What's going on, everybody? We're gonna go and check out a little spot that's got some crazy stuff going on with it over in Egypt at the old power plants or pyramids, whatever you want to call them. But these pyramids are a good way to be able to find it without knowing any coordinates. If you go to them, this is the 3D graphics of them. You see they're just right there beside it, just right below the three big ones with the three smaller ones that are sitting there. As I'm showing you, if you go to the bottom of let the biggest pyramid be the farthest away, you'll be right there in the right spot, and you'll find it by this 180 foot by I think 100-foot wide concrete slab that has stayed there throughout the years. No matter, I mean, you could go all the way back to, I don't know, I think 1970. And you'll see this slab sitting out here just in the middle of the desert, just barely off to the side of the old power plants or pyramids. But when you get to this spot, some strange stuff's gonna happen if you click the clock at the top of the page. You know, you could go back in time with this with the clock and see what the different areas look like at different times. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about what's going on with it. And buildings, what actually is happening is buildings for every one of these dates you see all around this little concrete slab, well, big concrete slab, and off to the right of it you see a square circle that looks like some kind of a box. Like, kind of seems like there's an entrance on it, and it wouldn't be a small box, it would be something the size of a house. And it never disappears either throughout all the time. So let's go and check it out. And you're not supposed to see that one yet. That's the first one, but that was in 2007. Actually, July 1st, 2007. You can go to Google or go to the pyramids and go just below them and click the clock and start backtracking. You'll actually see the shadow of an airplane going across the sand. So at some point there was an airplane flying real low to the ground. Now here we see some ruins that showed up at 5/20/2008. It looks like a building had been there and it just disappeared. Now we're going to February 3rd, 2009, and there's a 40-foot tall, 80-foot long, 30-foot wide building of some sort, just a large rectangle building that just popped up out of nowhere. You know, no pictures of it being built, and there's not going to be any pictures of it getting disassembled. These things just pop out of nowhere and then go away. As you can see, this is a straightforward rectangle, so those measurements are dead on. And as you see, clicking through some of the dates by accident, you've seen those are just months apart. There's no pictures in between these pictures. And I want you to go to this spot and check it out for yourself. But here's the first one, the July 1st, 2007. I don't really know what to make of it. It looks like it has a heliport or maybe a oval driveway on one side, and well, it looks like it might be a swimming pool out in the back. And as you see there, we're right beside the pyramids in the same spot. Now we're going to 5/20/2009. Now there's no pictures of it beforehand, but we're back in the same spot, you know. So I'm following a tour, so some of these pictures jump out, out of line. But we're going to check out the next picture after that container disappeared. And all of them show up within 3 months of a picture of just flat land. Like this one here. This one is 200 foot by 280 foot long. And it appears like still haven't finished constructing it. Not sure if that's supposed to be like a sunroof on it or what, but it seems like they're covering the rest of the roof with it, and it's making a triangle. So this is definitely the roof of a building. And just like all the other ones that appeared there just out of nowhere on this 3/24/09, and within 3 or 4 months it is just completely gone back to nothing but the concrete slab. And again, that little box area to the left of the large building there's always something there that's about the size of a house. And just so you can see, we haven't left spots. We're right there at the old power plants, the pyramids. And we're gonna go on to the next one that pops up, 10/26, 2018. Well, I don't know why it says that. It's July 1st, 2009 is the imagery date. And this building right here, it looks like they're building it out of lumber, and it's right over top of the slab. It's 300 foot long, and whatever that is to the left of it is 400 foot long, and various widths all throughout it. This reminds me of some kind of like bleachers, stadium looking thing, the way it's shaped in a C, but just like all those other dates you see on the thumbtacks, this thing just appeared on one shot, and then by the time they took another shot of this area, completely gone, nothing but desert. And they just pop up like that. As you see, it's like got a long straight area, and then on each end it's curved inward, kind of like stadium seating. But then when you click on the ends of the clock scale, it's got a next line arrow that you can click and go to the next shot. Well, that's all I'm doing is going from one shot to the next. Now on this day, those are not clouds. I'm only about 500 feet off the ground, and they're below me. That is some kind of smoke. You can see the shadow on the ground. It's really low to the ground. All those are not clouds. Those are smoke from something. And then there was a building off to the side of the smoke. Now in this one, November 6, 2010, it looks like something kind of like a gas station. There's about 5 or 10 vehicles parked around it, and there's a building on that 180 foot slab. And judging by the size of the building compared to the slab, it's about a 100 foot long building or so. You can see the size of the vehicles parked beside it, which I imagine are probably pickup trucks, or some kind of utility SUV vehicles more than likely. But it's just, normally that's an empty spot. It's just a slab, and then the buildings pop up. Now there's actually a building on that slab. Now we're going to 9/11. 2012, and here's what looks like something that has been out there for a long time. It's 200 foot by 180 foot wide, and it just appeared out of nowhere, completely dilapidated, in ruins. And it's like all the other ones there. I mean, it's not there, and then some of them within weeks they show up, and then within a couple weeks again they disappear, you know, just gone. And if you go and look at this spot for yourself, you'll see what I'm getting ready to show you here. There's different tracks you'll be able to see that's I guess basically dirt roads, and there'll be cars traveling to and from this location throughout the different years and months. And just click it one click, go one line at a time, and you'll see all these different things like the plane shadow. You can pretty much pick out that it's something like a 747. It's so clear, you know, of a shadow of a plane. And these buildings, I'm telling you, they just pop up out of nowhere, hundreds and hundreds of feet wide and long, and then they just disappear, and all within just a few months. Here we're at 11/13/2013, and we started this 6 years ago in 2017. When you click the picture before this and the picture they have after this, all these buildings completely disappear. There's no pictures of them halfway built, unless that's the only picture of it. Any picture before that, it's completely not there. Any picture after that, it's completely not there. These buildings only show up for one frame, one pass over the satellite, and all the other time this is a completely vacant spot. I strongly urge you to go check it out for yourself, because it would take me, I would have to make a 10-hour video for me to show you around all these different giant buildings that just seem to pop up out of nowhere. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. This gives me a little bit of time to talk. Actually, my internet disconnected right about this point, and I was trying to show you a picture of the plane shadow. So go to this spot and click the timer or the clock at the top, and start clicking back in dates, and you'll see this stuff for yourself. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Sorry about the pause there. My phone had a little mishap and screen cut off. But again, go out to the pyramids on the Google Earth and click that clock and find that little slab in the desert, and then backdate it. This is Mark D. Sanchez. I'll see y'all later.